I'm R. Sucharita, Government Degree College, Khairatabad, Hyderabad, Department of English. A warm welcome to the students of BA, BSc, BCom, second year. So, today we are going to learn about vocabulary, that is, one word substitutes. One word substitutes are words that can be used to replace a group of words or a full sentence without any loss of meaning. One word substitutes are an essential feature of vocabulary building and they help us make our writing crisp and precise. For example, take a look at the following sentence. He went to the shop to buy some paper, pens, files, and pads. So this can be written as follows. He went to the shop to buy some stationery. So, we will be using all these one word substitutes in our daily life. One word substitutes are the words that can be used to replace a group of words. Instead of writing in a very lengthy sentence, you can use just one word as a substitute for a very long sentence or group of words or for any lengthy sentences without any loss of meaning. There will not be any loss of meaning too. So, one word substitutes are an essential feature of vocabulary building. So, these one word substitutes they are very very important in order to build up our vocabulary, and they help us make our writing crisp and precise. So, our writing will be crisp and it will be very precise, very short. It becomes very short. In other words, we can say it becomes very brief or it is short and sweet. So, for example, take a look at the following sentence. Now, the example, this is the best example that he had given in the textbook. So, you can see this on page number 153 in your textbook. So he went to the shop to buy some paper, pens, files, and pads. So, in order to write so many group of words like paper, pens, files, and pads, you can just replace it with stationery or some stationery. He went to the shop to buy some stationery. Okay, so like that, there's an exercise given here. So, this is the exercise which is given. The first exercise, match the descriptions in column 1 with their one word substitutes in column 2. So, this is column 1 and this is column 2. Okay, so here he gave you the first one who knows many languages. So, one who knows many languages is polyglot. The answer is D. So, the first one is D. Then, one who dislikes or distrusts women. He is called as a misogynist. MISOGYNIST. I is the answer. Then one who loves books. One who loves books. He is called as a bibliophile. So the answer is H. The third one is H. One who is doubtful about the existence of God. So he is called as agnostic. Agnostic. Okay. So that is F. Then a person who doubts accepted opinions. A person who doubts accepted opinions. He is called as skeptic. Okay, so it is on the next page. Skeptic. That is N. Okay. Then one who is unaffected by joy or grief. So one who is unaffected by joy or grief, he is called as stoic. Okay, he is called as stoic. So J is the answer. J is the answer. So J. And then the next one is a person who believes that everything is motivated by selfishness. A person who believes that everything is motivated by selfishness. On the next page, it is given the answer is M, letter M. So it is cynic, Cynic, cynic. So, a person who believes that everything is motivated by selfishness is called as cynic. Then, a person who expects the worst. A person who expects the worst is called as the pessimist. 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 So, B is the answer. Then, one who hates or mistrusts humankind. He is called as misanthrope. 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 A person who supports women's rights. So he is called as a feminist. Feminist. A person who supports women's rights is called as feminist. And now we are going to see on page number 154. So this is on the next page. See, a person who is overly anxious about her health. A person who is very anxious or worried about his or health, that too over worried or over conscious, he is called as, the answer is on page number 153, that is valetudinarian. Valetudinarian. So that is the answer. A is the answer. Then the next one, a person who is selfless and has concern for the welfare of others. A person who is selfless, that means who is not selfish and who is concerned about the welfare of others. So the answer is on page number 153, that is C. He is called as altruist. Altruist is a person who is selfless and who is concerned for the welfare of others. Then a person who is 70 years old. O is the answer. Septuagenarian. So septuagenarian is called as a person who is septuagenarian. Then a person of unorthodox or unconventional views. So a person who is not orthodox or who is not conventional, his views, if they are not orthodox or if they are not conventional, then it is called as maverick. Maverick. So L, letter L is the answer. Then a person who pretends to be what she is not. A person who is pretending or who is showing off, he is called as K, that is hypocrite. 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 Hypocrite is called as the answer K. Okay, now we have second exercise. Here only it is given, the second exercise. So see the first one. So number one, open to more than one possible meaning or interpretation. So you have to match these descriptions in column 1 with their one word substitutes in column 2. So column 1 and column 2 both are given here. So you can see both the columns. Okay, so open to more than one possible meaning or interpretation. This you can see on page number 154 in your textbook. So, open to more than one possible meaning or interpretation, it is called as ambiguous. Ambiguous. That is E. E is the first answer. Letter E is the first answer. Then script or print, that is impossible or hard to read. That is G. Illegible. Illegible is the answer. G. Then not fit or qualified. Not fit or qualified is called as ineligible. Ineligible. Ineligible is called as not fit or qualified. Then not speaking freely or openly. A person who does not speak freely or openly, he is called as reticent. A. A is the answer. Reticent. Reticent. Then the next one is capable of being understood. Capable of being understood is intelligible. Intelligible is called as capable of being understood. So H, letter H is the answer. Then difficult or impossible to understand. Difficult or impossible to understand. So this is J. J is the answer, that is incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. When it is incomprehensible, that means it is difficult or impossible to understand. Then causing sleep or drowsiness, that is called as soporific. Soporific. B, letter B is the answer. Then excessively attentive to details, that is called as fastidious. Fastidious is called as excessively attentive to details. When you are showing very excess attention to your details, that means you are fastidious. Then the next one is a condition present from birth. It is called as congenital. A condition present from birth, it is called as congenital. So D is the answer. Then the last one, pleasant and suited to one's nature. Pleasant and suited to one's nature, that is called as congenial. It is very congenial, we say. That means it is very pleasant and it is suited to one's nature, that is called as congenial. Okay, so with this we have done, that is vocabulary one word substitute. So instead of writing very big sentences like this on the left side, you can just write one word. Okay, so if you just practice each and every one, if you write for 10 times, that is more than enough. It will be printed in your brain and you can remember. So this is this vocabulary, it will be useful for you for your lifetime until you go into the grave. This will be very, very useful. It is not just for your degree examination, but once you practice it, once you write it, you can remember. So once again we'll see. So one who knows many languages. One who knows many languages, he is called as polyglot. So I'll just tell you the what is that, the answers. So it is DIHFNJ, then MBGE, and then in the next page It is A, C, O, L, and K. And in the second exercise, it is E. So it is E, and then G. It is E, G, I, A, H, J, B, C, D, and F. So this is exercise number 1 and 2. That is regarding vocabulary, one word substitutes. So better you practice them and become perfect. So with this we have completed this lesson number 3 on page number 153 and 54. So thank you.